I was wondering actually when the year started what would end up being one of the best dynamic duos for the year. What would they look like having first been implemented into the mode? Kwai and Tim Duncan definitely aren't the duo that I had in mind when I thought best duo in the game by the end of the year. Although there are lots of fun duos that I've used throughout the year, this is easily probably the best duo that I've used in the year. Just best, hands down best. And before I even move on any further with this video, I just like to acknowledge this bullshit that happened right here.
Oh!
No!
I didn't even react to that shit when it happened because that was something that reminded me I was playing a video game. You saw the clip. I'm not even going to talk about this anymore. Moving on. Only duo that can probably come close to beating this duo as best duo in the game, in my opinion, is probably MJ and Pippin. And that duo actually doesn't even do much for MJ whatsoever. I think it more does it for Pippin. I think it brings him up to 199 to be equal with Mike. And in this duo, I think it's a lot more mutual, and that's why I think it's the best duo in the game so far. As you guys can see, I'm just running with it real quick. There was some complaints about maybe the duo boost not having any effect on court or something like that. I didn't really feel it because Tim was actually greening threes, and that's the biggest thing that you notice from this duo on Tim's side. It maxes out his rebounding and all of his defensive stats into a 99, but it also gives him this most unrealistic ass fucking 93-pointer. And then just like that, the man can start greening threes like his name is Wardell Curry of Nazareth. Now, to be perfectly honest, I didn't like the idea of a pink diamond with a dynamic duo when I first saw it. It really pissed me off, and it was kind of redundant because the card is already maxed out at a 99 and then you're giving it a duo boost. It didn't really make sense to me. I thought dynamic duos would make sense to be limited to just diamond cards that aren't 99 overall. But the game went in the direction that it went in. We always end up with the super cards and the super teams by the end of the year. And not only does it make Tim overpowered offensively, it gives Kwai all the slight little boosts that he was missing to make him basically a pink diamond. It gives his post fade the boost, it gives his ball control the boost, and then it can speed boost. Everything that was missing from both of these cards that would make them basically perfect, this duo gives it to them. So that's why I think that this duo is kind of the top dog in the mode. But it's definitely all going to come down to playstyle and perspective. Using duos like Michael and Pippin is completely different than using a duo like Kwai and Timmy. Just the way you play will not be the same, so you might have a different perspective as to which duo is really the best one. But for how I play, this duo works beautifully, honestly. Both of them are completely locked the fuck up. And Kwai doesn't play that shit, yo. If anybody on the perimeter is scorching me, I immediately just stick Kwai on them and the entire game can change. Like, keep in mind, both Kwai and Timmy have Hall of Fame defensive stopper. If you're not getting locked up on the perimeter, once you drive, Timmy is waiting for that ass at the rim, boy. And not even with just blocks, Timmy has one of the higher steal ratings for a big man in the game with this duo as well. So it's a great balance of offense and defense. Whether you want to post up with Timmy, or run a pick and roll with Kwai, or even post up with Kwai himself, or even if you have other star scorers on your team, like me, I have Pink Diamond MJ, and Kwai actually plays off of the ball and just runs kind of a 3D type of role at small forward. The duo itself just makes both of them so versatile. Them can play on the ball, them can play off the ball. You can feed Timmy, you can feed Kwai, you cannot feed them and let them just find shots in the motion of the game. It's really, it fits. It's a duo that fits almost any single team. No, although I have the Pink Diamond Jordan, I don't actually have the Pippin and haven't used that duo to be able to make an accurate comparison. This is just, like I said, it's down to perspective and play style. I think this is probably the best duo for most teams, but I'm pretty sure if you have Jordan and have Pippin, you probably think that one is the best duo in the game. I don't know, my opinion could probably change if I actually had Pippin as well. But I think that this Diamond Kwai is just another version of Pippin. It's basically Pippin with braids. It's Pippin with a darker skin tone and a different player model. That is all that this Kwai is, because he turns into a 99 overall with this duo as well. And then from there, it's probably just going to come down to whether you want his dynamic duo partner to be someone you can use in the perimeter or somebody you can use in the post. Because that's Pink Diamond Tim Duncan is honestly just the big man version of Pink Diamond Jordan. I really just consider them the big man and perimeter counterparts of each other. Especially when you take into account the boosted duo stats, because Pink Diamond Timmy he's a bully. He's a bully down low. Nobody's going to stop him with his Hall of Fame drop stepper. And then with that 93 points with the boost, it's fantasy stats, yo. It's fantasy. It's downright just unstoppable. But then that raises an interesting question that I wanted to pose in the comment section. Let me know what was your favorite dynamic duo that you've used this year, or the best one. It doesn't matter, favorite, best, whichever dynamic duo affected your team the most. I'm hoping that next year that they'll be able to expand on it, because that was their hope when they first introduced the concept at the team up event last year. They wanted to be able to expand on it on kind of like a chemistry thing that like FIFA does. Here's hoping by next year they'll be able to bump this up from dynamic duos up to trios or big threes, and we'll be able to have more boosted stats, or just in general more cohesiveness as a team, because it would only make sense that in my team, people who have chemistry or had chemistry with each other in real life will just end up playing better together.